Oh! Oh! Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, Jesus!
It's a mort there. We did a tackle, man.
Green.
And we're off.
Ooh, it's gonna feel like the
Oh, Jesus! Sweet Jesus!
Oh, don't hit the brakes on it! Ow!
Still next to you, still next to you. Still there. Oh, yeah. You're clear, you're clear.
Holy shit, that was like a John Rambo.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I think this warrants a recording.
Hello everyone, Mortified666 here. We're back in some X-Plane. Today we're doing our Cat 7 rating on the Pilotedge network. We are in San Bernardino here this morning. I've set the time to be right before sunrise, so should put in a nice little bit of scenery for us to fly to. We got a short flight today, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but we do have to do some jinking on the radio, and we have some airspace to contend with. So looking at this here, this is our flight today. We are flying from San Bernardino, KSBD, over to El Monte, KEMT. Now, interesting thing about this area is what we'd like to call a Charlie airspace. This is a air traffic controlled airspace, which it has here at Ontario. Surface to 5,000 feet is controlled by Ontario, and if we actually move that, we've got 5,000 to 2,700 here, and 5,000 to 2,700 here. So all this airspace is designed to be controlled, because it's a bigger, more popular airport, the Ontario one. So therefore, no planes are allowed in there unless they're in direct contact with ATC. Now, what does that mean for us? We're going to be taking off here VFR. We've got to stay below 2,700 feet, or we've got to stay in this area out here. Once we get up and in position, we can then contact SoCal and say, SoCal, hey, we're here. We want to transition Ontario Class Charlie airspace at 4,500. They will go, yep, cool. Here's a squawk code. Here's blah, blah, blah. And then off we go. We can fly through. Once we get out of here, they'll release us. And we're free to come down here, get in contact with KEMT, El Monte, and then land. So both airfields are towered, which means we've got a bit of radio work to do. This section here is going to be very interesting because, as you can see by this, it is 5 nautical miles from the airfield to the start of the Charlie. So, there are a couple options. One, if we stay below 2,700 feet, then we're alright. But, yeah. The idea is to get in contact with them ASAP and get going. So anyway, chances are we'll get told to take off here. We'll do a little jink up here, put ourselves into a bit of a hold while we get in contact with SoCal, and then we'll be able to blast on straight through over Ontario down to KEMT. Anyway, that's that. That's the flight there in the Pilotedge services. So let's jump into the plane. Let's get everything started up. Alright, so it is quite early in sim. I'm not exactly sure what time I set it to, but I don't know if this thing has a clock in it. I don't think that's right. 06 AM sounds like it could be right, but we're not 100%. Anyway, so before get ourselves connected to the Pilotedge network.
Connected to Pilotedge.
We'll file our flight plan. We are going from... Put this over here so that I can keep an eye on it. We are going from KSBD to KEMT. We're going to fly at 4,500. This will be for our Cat 7. File VFR. Done. Beautiful. Okay. So now we can start getting a few things on. We will leave that off. We'll get our nav and our beacon on. We'll make sure all of our avionics are on and active. So good, that's all good, that's all good. Okay. Fuel cutoff in. Mixture can go to rich. Fuel pump can go on.
The engine seems ideally primed.
Can barely see the brake lever. Alright, so that's fine. Now, what we need to do, we need to get a couple of frequencies tuned up. So, first things first, we are in San Bernardino. We need the ATIS 124.175. So, you come over here. Not that camera, that one. And we go to 124. 0.17. There we go. Switch that over. We'll get the EMT ATIS tuned in, which is 118.75. 118.75. Beautiful. Let's get Contour.
San Bernardino INTL information Zulu. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 19,000 scattered, 34,000 scattered, temperature 12, dew point -10. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 06, departing runway 06.
Okay.
Advise on initial contact you have Zulu.
So Zulu 2992. That radio in that runway information will not be valid because we are running custom weather. The real weather out here at the moment was 2 miles visibility, which is not VFR optimal. So I set some custom weather up for this so that we can actually do the flight. Anyway, we'll leave that. Everything looks good. Let's get in here. Let's go direct. We're going to K EMT KEMT and enter. Activate. We will go over here. There we go. Now we've got a visual representation of the Charlie there. We need to get... we'll have the right page open. We need San Bernardino ground, which is 121.8. 121.8. We'll switch that over. Then we're going to need San Bernardino Tower, which is 119.45. 119.45. There we go. Beautiful. It's very quiet at the moment. Now, we'll just double check something. I'm pretty sure that's the start of the area there. So we'll actually taxi up to here. Which will be... Chances are we'll get told to taxi up there anyway. We could go taxi to there. Let's have a look at the ground charts. work out where we are and what we need to do to get out of this airport.
Check.
Okay, so
I think that was a radio check. First part of the transmission cut off, but it seemed to be clear.
Yeah, 3 uniform radio check. Thanks, Guilty.
Yeah, it's
we're
good,
here.
thanks.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Good. Great.
So we have a couple of guys having a little catch up. Anyway, chances are we're going to get told to come down, taxi Alpha, take off runway 24. I reckon chances are that's what's going to happen. Anyway, one thing we do need to check on, which is this one here. SoCal approach, we will be coming from the north to northeast, which is 127.0. We need to remember that frequency because once we get off the ground, once we've got our taxi in onto tower, we need to tune that in so that we can get in contact with SoCal.
Uniform, runway 16 right, clear to land 160 at 5.
Clear to land 16 right, 89 uniform.
Yeah, alright, let's jump in. One thing we haven't been doing lately is doing a flight instruments control surface check. Full forward, full back, full left, full right, full right or right,
Rated 8 Lima Victor.
full right or left.
John Tower, wind 180.4, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Runway 20 right, clear to land, 8 Lima Victor.
Now you're probably wondering, why can I move around here without talking to anyone? Because this is technically a non-movement area. I say that as I almost lie to myself. That's the start of the non-movement area right there. Cool. Had a little panic attack there, thought I'd gone too far. Non-movement areas are not necessarily controlled, or if they are, they're controlled by services that aren't provided by Pilotedge. Pilotedge do ground and tower and everything up from that. We're coming out here. We'll park up here, and then we'll get in contact with ground. Make sure everything's tuned in. I'm going to actually quickly set my altitude for 4,500. That'll be good. Just double checking we are on the right frequency. It's ground 121.8. 121.8, perfect. And 119.450. Perfect. It's already. San Bernardino ground, November 85 Sierra Mike, coming out of the GA with Zulu, looking for my Cat 7.
A5 Sierra Mike, San Bernardino ground. Good evening, runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 24, taxi via Alpha for A5 Sierra Mike. Okay, so 24 is that one down there. So we will be coming out here, making a left. So those reflections are absolutely gorgeous right now. And this is Alpha here. Okay, so now let's do a couple of quick maintenance items. Make sure we are ready for this flight. So 119.45 is tower. we will get SoCal in 127.0. 127.0. That one's ready to go. That's ready, so we will be flying out of here at 24. I'm going to hold runway heading initially, so runway heading is 24 right there. Watch the engine RPMs. We didn't put our taxi lights on. Let's get our strobe on. We'll put our pitot heat on just to be safe. Okay, let's get in contact with tower and let's get out of here. San Bernardino Tower, good evening, November 850, Mike, ready for departure, west 24.
850 Mike, San Bernardino Tower, straight out departure approved. Runway 24, clear for takeoff. The wind 230 at 10.
Straight out departure, runway 24 for 850, Mike. Now, this is where things are going to get very, very interesting. So, let's get some flaps in. Lights are all set, flaps are set, runway confirmed.
German Tower,
just go.
6 November, 8 Victor, Echo Golf, runway to the right. Require taxi back to west.
Airspace alive.
Great Lima Victor, roger, taxi to the ramp via Bravo. You can remain this frequency.
60 knots.
Taxi via Bravo with you, 8 Victor.
Okay, so we're looking to climb. We're going to want to keep a close eye on that GPS as we do a, hopefully, yes, a texture load. So, because we're taking off, scenery is loading in. You can see something off in the distance over there.
Clearance, King Air 415 enter 8 at signature with uniform for IFR to Palm Springs.
4159 or 8 Santa Barbara clearance, good evening. What's your equipment suffix? You have GPS on board?
Yes sir, the suffix Golf.
Get those flaps in.
4159 or 8, thanks. You clear to the Palm Springs Airport, Quang 5, departure, enter than as filed. Climb via Citix at maintained 3000. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 5264.
Okay, so we're looking to get a little bit clear of the runway, but we want to be switching over to SoCal very, very shortly.
Hunter, then is filed. Climb to the Citix at maintaining 3000. 12055 for the frequency, squawk 5264 for 4159 or 8.
4159 or 8, read back correct.
SoCal approach November 850 Mike is northwest of the Ontario Charlie, looking for transition to San Gabriel Valley. I think I marked up that transmission.
Number 850 Mike, squawk 4133.
Squawk 4133 for 850 Mike. 4133. Do we have to ident? I'll do that.
Number 850 Mike, radar contact 24 miles northeast of the Pomona VOR at 3,400. And second request?
Request is we want to transition the Ontario Charlie. We are destination San Gabriel Valley, Kilo Echo Mike Tango.
Number 850 Mike, transition through Ontario Charlie is approved, not below 4,500.
Not below 4,500 for 850 Mike. Okay, so I need to get into the 4,500. we going to make that before we enter? We will. Just. And then what we want to do is we want to hit
62 kilo, turn right heading 070.
Enter. Done. That's the one I wanted. I wanted that one and then that one. And then go GPS and then put us into nav mode. Okay. We're at 4,500. Watch the engines. Get that mixture primed out a bit. Okay.
Number one,
Lights.
number correction, number 62 kilo. 3 miles from Janet, turn right heading 130, maintain 5,000 till established Carolina Yankee runway 16 right approach.
Okay, so next thing we want to do is we want to get San Gabriel Valley ready to go. Which means we're going to need their ATIS is 118.75. We got that in already. We will need their tower, which is
Number
121.
traffic at your 1 o'clock and about 2 miles northeast. Spend altitude indicates 4,700. Should be no factor altitude or type unknown.
Fog at the moment. The visibility today is so nice. Anyway, all right. 121.2. 121.2. That's that. Obviously, we can't change frequency, and there's a good chance we might get a new SoCal out of this. But we are flying. Nice sunrise behind us. We'll get that saved. Playfake. So there's the Ontario airfield there. Is that San Gabriel over there? It might be actually. No, it's Pomona by the looks of it. Blasting along.
Number
Sun in the
143
back.
Victor Tango SoCal approach. Up Springs altimeter 2976. Let me know when you have the weather and what type of approach you like.
We got a plane right down there. I think they are flying underneath.
Number 143 Victor Tango Roger. Descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain 4,000.
Now that is that's really cool.
Number 143 Victor Tango flighting. Let's make it 100 vectors visual approach.
Just had a look at the live map. That was not a that was a drone flying there. So it's one of the features of the Pilotedge network. It's not necessarily just other people out there flying around, other pilots that you have to contend with. There are drones in and around the area. That's not the one I wanted.
Number 60 kilo connect man STR 119.3. Good day.
That morning visibility though.
November 791, climb and maintain 13,000.
So one thing we could have done for this flight is actually gone and looking at this, rather than going through the Charlie, we could have flown north and then actually flown around the Charlie. But the idea of this exercise and these cat ratings is to perform these
you're about
tasks.
to enter an area of which the minimum altitude is 13,000, flighting 290 vectors around for your climb.
So that you can become familiar with the procedures, the radio communications, everything else that is required in order to fly
791,
as you wish.
Actually, yeah, you can maintain 2,000.
That's kind of cool, seeing Ontario International down there. One thing that always amazes me is how many airfields are out there in America. The US, there are runways everywhere. Everywhere. It's just incredible. And it's one of the reasons why air travel's so pertinent in the US.
Number 3 Victor Tango, turn right heading 180.
Is air travel is cheap, and it can get you where you want to go majority of the time, versus a lot of other things, trains and other ones. It costs about the same, and it takes you 3 times as long, and then you might not necessarily get where you need to go. So but that morning light though, wow. Oh, that tower's in the way. That looks so pretty. Okay, so what we should do is we should get the ATIS ready to go for San Gabriel, which is 118.75 confirmed. Let's get that in.
El Monte information Zulu.
Number 791, clear direct bands intersection.
Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 19,500 scattered. 34,500 scattered. Temperature 14. Dew point -10. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 01. Departing runway 01.
Number 3 Victor Tango, turn right heading to, actually make it 300, and on that heading the airport will be at your 11 o'clock and about 11 miles.
Zulu 2992. I didn't actually.
El Monte information Zulu. 1300 Zulu weather.
01. So it'll be coming in from the north. No. Coming in from the south, landing north. Most likely. So get the airport diagram up for San Gabriel Valley, El Monte. That's runway 1 down here. We want to probably aim for transient parking. So chances are we'll come in and try to push out for Charlie or Delta. Delta's, if we get a good landing, it would be the ideal.
Number 3 Victor Tango, continue descent now to 3,000.
I'm expecting a potential radio change shortly.
Number 701, just for future reference, best to file Vector 16 at 14,000.
Now, just having a look, I don't know if I have to worry about that.
Remember 3 Victor Tango, the heading now 320. The airport should be at your 12 o'clock there in about 900 miles.
That might be The runway we're heading for now.
Numbers 207 under 1, contact SoCal approach 135.4, good day.
This looks absolutely spectacular at the moment.
Number 207 under 1, SoCal approach, roger. And the Riverside altimeter 2987, and let me know when you got the weather, what type of approach you'd like.
Okay, so one thing we want to do is we want to go back to this. We are 14.5.
143 Victor Tango, roger, cleared the visual approach to the Bermuda Dunes Airport. No traffic observed between you and the airport. Radar services terminated, frequency change approved. Walk and let me know your cancellation by farthest frequency.
That one is... that's got to be our airfield there. Expecting AE.
Number 20791. Descent of pilot's discretion, maintain 9,000.
A frequency change shortly. He's going to wait for us to get out over here. So we're waiting for that to come out. We probably... no, we don't want that. We want that. 12 miles. We're going to want to hopefully get a frequency change
Number
shortly.
5 Sierra Mike, before descent at your discretion.
Say again, 5 Sierra Mike.
Number 5 Sierra Mike, you can cancel the altitude restriction, VFR descent your discretion.
Cancel altitude restriction, VFR descent my discretion, A5 Sierra Mike. Okay, cool. So that's good. We're going to go down to 2,500. We're going to go down. We're going to back off on that throttle. Attitude armed. And we're going to get a frequency change approved shortly. Hopefully. Let's back off that throttle a bit more. We want to check the airport elevation of San Gabriel, and its traffic pattern altitude is 1,295 MSL. It is 290 feet MSL is the field elevation, so we can probably continue down to about 1,500.
Number 5 Sierra Mike, the El Monte Airport at 12 o'clock in about 8 miles.
A5 Sierra Mike has the field.
Number 85 Sierra Mike, roger. And radar services terminated, and contact El Monte Tower 121.2.
Radar service terminated in 1212 for A5 Sierra Mike. Thanks for your services.
Alpha 3, just looking straight in over at that general aviation parking on the west side.
62 Kilo, roger, taxi straight into the ramp. You can remain this frequency, have a good day.
Remain on this frequency for 62 Kilo.
El Monte Tower, good evening, November A5 Sierra Mike, 7 miles east, inbound with Zulu.
Number 85 Sierra Mike, El Monte Tower, good evening, altimeter 2989. Report a 3-mile left base for runway 19er.
3 mile left base for A5 Sierra, for 19er, correction, A5 Sierra Mike.
Affirm, runway 19er, report a 3-mile left base.
3 mile left base for runway 19 at A5 Sierra Mike. Okay, so we want 19er, which is that one there. So that means we want to actually go into heading mode.
Jumping ground, series number 81 Victor at near Golf, runway 20 right. Require taxi. Airport taxi.
We want to go
Wait,
heading
Victor,
mode.
John Wayne ground, right 20 right at Kilo, taxi via Bravo.
Runway 20 right at Kilo, taxi via Bravo, 81 Victor.
Watch our speed. Now that we've leveled out, we will actually drop that extra 1,000 feet. Altitude is armed.
Whiteman ground, Baron 3 Whiskey uniforms at the FBO taxi with Whiskey.
3 Whiskey uniform. Whiteman ground, runway 30 taxi by Alpha Echo.
Alpha Echo to 303 Whiskey U.
Alright, so we're looking for a 3-mile base on left. So, watching that come down, we will report in about a mile's time. And we'll start slowing our plane down.
At Whiteman ground, Twin Cessna 1 Julia Golf, the southeast ramp with the fuel ramp, taxi with Whiskey.
1 Juliet Golf, Roger. Which one of you guys would like to go first this evening?
We'll let Max fly the ODP first there.
1 Juliet Golf, Roger. Give way to the Baron coming eastbound on Alpha, then taxi runway 30 right via Alpha Echo.
Okay, follow the Baron, Alpha Echo to 30. 1 Julia Golf.
I'm the guinea pig tonight.
I'll just not make your mistakes, right?
Yeah. That's it.
You got this, Max. I have confidence.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
El Monte Tower 850 Mike 3 miles left base for 19.
Great 50 Mike, thanks. Runway 19 clear to land, wind 200, that's 7.
Runway 19 clear to land 850 Mike. We are... I think a little low actually, but we'll be fine. Get flaps in. Let's get our landing lights on. Get our mixture full. Okay. Runway in sight. Yeah, autopilot off my aircraft. Flaps 2. Watch that ballooning as the flaps come in.
Whiteman Tower, number 3 Whiskey U, departure 30.
3 Whiskey uniform, runway 30. Clear for takeoff. 114.0 at 5.
Alright, clear for takeoff 303 Whiskey uniform. Blame it on the tailwind if we miss the departure.
We'll do that. Nice if we could launch IFR departures from 1-2 at Whiteman.
Yeah, you guys can't?
No, we can't. They're not authorized because they conflict with Burbank.
Alright.
We need
4
to...
big stacks off the departure into the runway.
Drop our throttle a bit. We
Would you like Golf
coming
or
in
30
nice.
lineup and wait?
Line point 30, 1 Julia Golf.
You expect about a 2-minute delay.
Roger.
Watch our speed, because I've had some good landings in a couple of my cats, but I have had some hard landings too.
3 Whiskey uniform, Kanak SoCal departure.
Departure 3 Whiskey uniform. Departure.
That's not a good time for a sim pause. It's really not a good time for a sim pause. Ooh. Well, that was a awkward little moment on final. But we got there. Let's hang up the flaps. Monty Tower, November 850, Mike, clear 19 at Delta for transient straight ahead.
850, Mike, roger. Join Alpha to the ramp, remain this frequency.
Alpha to the ramp, this frequency, 850.
One Juliet Golf, pressure's on, runway 30, clear for takeoff, and 140 at 5.
Okay, here we go. 301 Julie Golf.
They're the Hilo parkings. It's a couple of Spitfires.
Number 80 Victor, shot of 20 right at Kilo, Alpha departure.
Red 88 Lima Vector, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff, wind 180 at 4.
Runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff, 80 Victor.
Oh no, they're not Spit. They're stunt planes. That's very cool. And we'll go right here. Let's see how well we can get on this parking spot. I think we're a little too far left nose. So we can go forward a bit more. Okay. And we'll get our park brake on. And El Monte Tower, November 85 Sierra Mike. Just checking on my Cat 7.
1 Juliet Golf, connect SoCal departure.
Departure, 1 Juliet Golf.
Grade 5 Sierra Mike. Last CAT rating I have you shown as completed is the CAT 4, so the 5 and 6 should have to be done before you can do the CAT 7, or before we can submit the result for it anyway.
85 Sierra Mike, I did my Cat 6 yesterday and my Cat 5 the couple of days before that. They should have been submitted already.
5 Sierra Mike, Roger, I'll take care of that now then, and that's good for the CAT 7.
Thank you very much for 85 Sierra Mike. Have a good one. Well, that'll do me, guys. Hope you guys enjoying my content. It's been a lot of fun so far doing all these cat ratings. So that's a Cat 7 done. Next one will be the Cat 8. Fingers crossed that goes well. So if you are enjoying my content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of how everything's going, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.